Innovation. It's the lifeblood of medical advancement and the key to raising the bar for patient care. Yet the system of medical innovation in the U.S. is in dire need of treatment, and the situation is critical. In fact, more and more inventors are going outside the U.S. to have even a chance for success. Because here the path to market is fraught with obstacles that hinder the development of new ideas. That's why the nonprofit Fogarty Institute for Innovation was created, to reinvent the process of innovation.
The purpose of the Fogarty Institute essentially was to create an environment where we could cost-effectively develop technology that would benefit patients. That is the purpose of what we do. The environment in the early 1960s was quite different than what it is now. The first balloon catheter, which we developed, cost exactly about $2,000. Now, a current example of a technology would be the drug-coated stent. The cost of the stent was exactly $2 billion.
Dr. Thomas Fogarty's legendary reputation as a physician and innovator has drawn many young entrepreneurs to the Institute.
Well, it's kind of a rare opportunity in one's professional life that you get to hang out with and work side by side with one of the true giants in the field. I'm amazed by his sharp intellect, his innovation. You know, you present a problem to him and he'll just come up with something that you never thought of, and that's the reason he's been so incredibly successful. But I think the other thing that's just a little bit mind-blowing is, you know, everybody knows this guy. Every corner of the world. I mean, he's touched so many lives, so many professional and patient lives. You can't underestimate the value of having someone like him in our midst. He certainly adds the combination of innovative and clinical credibility, and having the ability to work side by side with him and tap into his experience, his intellect, as we innovate in the Institute and try to push new devices forward is really just, you know, something you cannot get anywhere else.
The Fogarty Institute for Innovation is located in Mountain View, California, in the heart of Silicon Valley. The facility is housed on the campus of El Camino Hospital, where the spirit of innovation is alive and well-equipped. The Institute provides access to expert intellectual, physical, and financial resources that can help propel medical concepts from initiation to application.
It's just this incredible environment where we're able to really offer everything an entrepreneur needs to really take his idea from kind of initiation to application and to really carry it forward. So they get free space, they have access to incredible mentors who volunteer their times to help them with the business planning, the legal, the regulations, there's lab space, and so it really is just this hub of activity where people can participate and be a part of it so that they can really take their ideas all the way through, so that it goes from proof of concept at validation to actually helping them with their financing and what they're going to need to really then take it to market. So it's just really exciting what we have to offer.
The Institute is committed to fostering medical innovation in 3 key ways. The on-site mentorship program provides the environment and resources to cultivate and nurture innovative ideas.
The products have been selected in part due to the potential for having a significant impact on global healthcare. A stellar example of this is Heartflow, the first company that exited the Fogarty Institute. Now based in Redwood City, 40 employees only a year after exiting the Institute. Heartflow is revolutionizing how we are evaluating coronary artery disease.
Heartflow is a company that's developed a non-invasive diagnostic technology. And what we do is we take coronary CT data of an individual patient, we reconstruct their coronary arteries, identify the different blockages in their coronary arteries, and then simulate blood flow to actually predict whether blood flow through the arteries is being affected by the coronary disease, and importantly, whether the patient should be treated with medical therapy, stents, or bypass surgery.
Charlie Taylor and I were working on this for many years at Stanford University, and the Fogarty Institute gave us an opportunity to test our method and our theories to see whether or not they actually work in patients.
The Fogarty Institute was instrumental in the development of our technology. The technology developed at Stanford was ultimately needed to be translated to patient care, and we needed to be able to really understand what the business story and the business message was going to be. So Fogarty Institute provided us with a space, with a mentorship, with guidance, and really the experience to help us understand how to create a business out of this pretty exciting technology.
Another exciting initiative at the Fogarty Institute is in the area of clinical research. While research in an academic center can be incredibly difficult and slow-moving, the Institute offers a more efficient alternative.
The academic medical center has a lot of the troubles of a big institution. It's very frustrating and it's a long process, and it can be very bureaucratic to get ideas implemented and ideas carried forward. At the Fogarty Institute, the focus for physicians and researchers is on creating and innovating.
We believe that the clinical research collaboration between El Camino Hospital and Fogarty Institute will be beneficial to both organizations. Our support for clinical research at Fogarty Institute will help to attract and retain outstanding and innovative physicians at El Camino Hospital.
I feel very strongly that it's important to support our doctors and have them be able to do clinical trials here at El Camino Hospital.
From the onset of the dedication of the Taft Center, we're coming out of the gates with some very strong new trials, probably the most important, certainly the most important of which is the core valve trial, where we're treating patients with critical aortic stenosis and very high morbidity with a catheter implanted aortic valve. And it really sets the tone for how important the Taft contribution to our efforts has been.
The third focus for the Institute is on spreading the word, sharing tips and strategies for innovators with the broader medical community.
In addition to all that we do with the innovation side, it's part of the mission and vision of the Fogarty Institute to really educate. And so it's very important, since we can only bring in a few companies and entrepreneurs into the Fogarty Institute, that we take this message to a broader audience.
The Fogarty Institute hopes to impact patient care not only here in Silicon Valley, but throughout the world.
When you innovate, you help many, many patients that you never see. If one develops a technology and the technology is valuable, that is applied worldwide. That is very, very satisfying. And I want other people to appreciate that satisfaction. We are here to improve the life of patients.
The Fogarty Institute is a nonprofit organization funded with the assistance of private donors, many of whom share a very personal connection with Dr. Fogarty.
Basically, my friendship with Dr. Fogarty led to my being having my abdominal aortic aneurysm corrected in a manner that I survived using his stent. The traditional surgery, I would not have survived. I'm here today. I'm eternally grateful for Dr. Fogarty, what he represents, and we feel quite honored to be able to support his endeavors.